At least I believe so. Hello. Oh, the sound is somewhat okay. I just had a crash on a gaming PC just a little while ago, so walking through all the settings again. Let me just check if the audio is lagging. Microphone check. 1, 2, 3. No lag. Okay. Music's a bit loud. We can fix that. That should be just about it. Yeah. Okay, so first off, this car is crap. I don't know how else to describe it other than, oh my god. It's the original. I mean, not necessarily the car's crap, but the setup options and the stuff that it kind of allows you to do with the car is just extremely limited. And it seems that the standard setup of the car is just yeah, well, let's just say it's not particularly beginner friendly. I am currently driving with a full tank of fuel. I'm driving the setup that I drove in the ID Simsport Winter Series at Sandward. No, I'm not. I thought I was, but I'm actually not. I think I'm driving an earlier version of that. So let's try the late version, which should have a lot more wing. And this version, don't ask me why, but the balance of the car seems like the thing it reacts most to is camber. So the balance of the car, if it's understeering or oversteering, is actually balanced out on camber. Which I find hilarious. That is like sort of the stupidest thing I've ever seen. We might also want to run we might want to run a lot more anti-roll bar on this car. Let's just go 5.5 instead and see how that works out. This one, like the previous one I did, was a 134.55, so let's try and see. Like, it is crap in the beginning on cold tires, so we need to get the tires hot, and not just the surface temperatures of the tire, but we need to like get the canvas temperature or core temperature of the tire hot as well. Maybe I should be in the fast lane instead. Even though that seems a little bit narrow. Gears, of course, none of them really match the corners on this track either. Like thirds too long, seconds too short for most of the corners. In the beginning it just doesn't have any grip at all. This is a lot more fluent than the other setup. You need to attack the last part of the apex on that corner, the last part going up the hill. You need to attack that really hard, because then you'll be set up for early throttle out of that corner. I cannot remember all the names of the corners on the Donnington track. It's been so long time since I raced here. I know it's quite annoying that they got these poles here, because you really need to clip the poles each time in order to get a fast lap. Rules of this series is that the track regulates cut track. So if it's not a cut track in game, it's not a cut track, and then obviously because of that, you really need to be aggressive on the apeces.
See right front locking into Melbourne hairpin.
See, oh, and when it rotates, it just really likes to keep rotating. So if you give it just a little bit too much power, it'll just keep on rotating. Which usually is a lack of differential locking, or too much differential locking. Either one of those. Sorry to say, but the differential on this car is preset, so that's really nice, having a preset differential in a wrong position, like... Oh, lag. Sorry about that.
Sector 1 is 7.3, off your best.
Yeah, because it had a major lag, buddy. What I remember this track from is GTR2. We had so many races in GTR2 on this Donnington track, where it was actually quite a good track.
Sector 2 is a second off your best.
I see the choppers are flying low today. Does that mean rain tomorrow, or what's that? If anyone of you's written anything in chat, I'm sorry, I can't see it. I'll have to wait until until I'm done testing this setup, come back to the pits to see. Or if any one of you guys watching out there mind just putting up a hi or something in the chat.
Sector 3 is 0.15, slower than your best.
It's working. I know we got a lot of people avoiding this. Like this is quite a popular, or was quite a popular series with Danish sim races, but it seems a lot of guys are avoiding this series since the car is just death to drive on a standard setup. So you really need help with the setups in order to compete in the series at all. But I think we got this one running quite well. Used to the revs of the Corvette from...
Sector 2 is 0.28, slower than your best.
Suzuka race. Just lug up the rear, and like now the rears start to coming in, and see the delta times get lower and lower. I do really suspect that this setup might be quite a bit faster than the other one.
That last lap was a 134.80. You're currently 0.25 off your best. Sector 1 is 0.41 off your best. Sector 2 is 0.28 off your best. Sector 3 time is fast.
Now we're starting to get faster. And losing the rear. Maybe we are running a little bit too much camber on the rear. Anyway.
Sector 2 is 0.05 off your best.
0.3 of a second just by cutting the corners properly in the chicane. That's significant. It also seems to be braking a lot. Here we go. Am I back? Yes, I am. Sorry about that. I just ran for 12 hours during the weekend's race without a single hiccup or anything. Then I changed one single detail. I was given a piece of advice, and I listened to that piece of advice and thought, that sounds like good advice. Then I followed it, and because during the weekend it was hot in this chair, like woo-wee. But we can always start the game again. We know now.
Radio check.
Yes, it works. We know now that the I also have to put like some other stuff up for you guys, like check for stuff working as well. I think that was it. Let's just start rFactor 2 again. That was embarrassing. Let's hope it doesn't happen again. But the advice that I was given was, I'll show you in a minute once rFactor 2 is done with its extreme loading times. I need to get my chat up and running again as well. That won't run? Why? That's just the silliest. Then let's run the setup again. Because then it runs. Yes. Like, that's great. Like, starting the program doesn't work, running the setup. Because it starts immediately after doing the setup, that works. Like, that's also just a tiny bit weird. Now it's just waiting for rFactor 2 to come back. Like, so what was the lessons from that short test? Was maybe a little bit too much camber on the rear, because it was just like losing just a little bit too much grip, maybe, like to have a little bit more understeer. The advice I was giving was setting sync to video, so let's try not doing that. Oh, I need to write a code. There we go. I want to set it up so you guys get the track map and everything. So I need to go to the Streamy PC and set that up while the game loads. Just want to get on beyond car selection and then go and set it up.
out of the wires. When I close my eyes, disconnected and tired. I see you. I see you, yeah. And I know you keep asking me, flames and fire. I know you are done with me. It's just fired. It's just fired. I was wrong, but I made it right. You came begging day and night. I don't wanna hit the bottom. Don't go out of your state of mind. I've been counting 1 to 10. I'll be back when you be dim. With my music, I see you. Yeah, I see you go down. Yeah, I see you go down. I see you. Yeah, I see you go down. Yeah, I see you go down. And I know you keep asking me,